That should do the trick. Okay. So, can't collect the wood, or the lumber, because of the fact that it just so happens to be completely full. So instead, I'm gonna head over here and grab a couple of units and hopefully use them to fight. You know, hopefully, right? Can't be sure sometimes. Get the dive attack on this guy. See if it takes him out. Looks like it does. Doesn't quite take out the sub there, but hopefully we'll just take him out with the tentacle. Yep, got it. Nice and easy, I guess. Well, I don't know if it was nice and easy, but whatever. Let's see here. I want to try using the Lightning Dragoon strategy on these guys, which means I hopefully won't lose the portable walls. That's a pretty good starting attack. Move on to this one to damage the mammoths a little bit more. Get hit with that, so I'm gonna head over and use the field agent. Now we'll just have the mammoth at the very back. Will hopefully die pretty quickly. Although it doesn't seem to be dying just yet. There we go. Hit him with the Lightning Dragoon again. Which didn't quite do it, but whatever. And that should finish it. Cool. Raiders defeated, or retreated, or whatever. Which means I will go to recoil, and I'll realize that there's nothing here to do except for fight the Silver Wolves. So I will fight the Silver Wolves, as everyone knows, Silver Wolves are quite the yeah, whatever I'm trying to say there. Sure, I'll figure it out someday. Move on to the stun attack, just because I can. Follow it up with a normal attack. I'll use the stun attack on these guys. Get some veteran action in here. Yes, that's exactly what I'm after. Also after getting rid of these guys. tanks, and that'll be taken care of. A couple of gears. I'll always take a couple of gears. I think this is the layout that I want, of course. If I can simply click on the units to add them. Yeah, there we go. Start with the stun attack. Move on to a normal attack. We'll go yet another stun attack. Followed by, naturally, the other normal attack. Which will let me take and finish these guys off without too much issues. Hopefully, at least. Takes care of that. Get rid of this guy. And the last guy will die to the tanks. Gears and bars, I will take it. I will always take gears and bars. And then I will go to the frontier. And the place where the rest of the Silver Wolves are hiding out. Because they sure like to hide out in this area. Probably should have started with the stun attack there, but whatever. Can fix that issue right here. Hit him with the stun attack over here. And then the normal attack right there. Cool. Guys won't be surviving for much longer at this rate. If I can click the proper attack. Get the heavier tank attacking in here. Get the super tank attacking. Get a bar. I will take a bar. A bar is always nice. As for this, should be pretty obvious what I'm going for. Same setup as always. Same setup as always. And so, yeah. Some stun in here. That's 4 attacks and they're taking out roughly half the enemies. I do like the lightning dragoons quite a lot. They're very good at doing area damage. Okay, one more battle and the lightning dragoon will be maxed out on SP for this rank. Meaning I can go and grab the thingy, right? I want 3 of them this time? Yeah, I'll take 3 of them. But I will have the heavier tank in here as well. I will start with the stun. Stuns all 5, of course. This is very good at stunning. Take that guy out. Start with another stun. Stun the truck. I'll take a stun on the truck, that's for sure. And then the final stun and zap round will go to this area. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. And machine guns will actually do barely too little damage. Cool. Always nice. The machine guns are not that great, are they? Now that should have been maxed out SP on that, right? Yeah. So I'll go over to the guy. We can start the promotion. 6 bars, 11k steel. 1 day, I will take it. It's always nice to see the promotions going. What else? What else? Well, obviously going back to the Silver Wolves. Obviously. So what else am I gonna do? Gonna let them live? No, no way. No way, they are not getting off alive. So, got the veterans. Who else do we need to rank up here? The Cryo Trooper? Yeah, the Cryo Trooper. Go back to the Cryo Troopers. Start with the freeze. Not quite as fast as the Lightning Dragoon, of course, but still pretty nice. Ooh, I don't like that. Please remove yourself from the map. $267. Huh? It's a pretty big hit too, isn't it? Not quite there on one-shotting stuff with the horizontal attack here. Well, that guy's done for, isn't he? Get rid of that guy, and the last guy, he will throw his grenade. And then, we'll throw our grenade at him. 2 bars, I'll take it. Basically restocking the lost thingies. Okay, let's see, I want guys that formation. Put that out and we'll go for that. Okay, I want to drill through this formation and kill the leaf blower guy first. I'm going to use the ice attack to make sure that they don't survive more than one real veteran attack here. Freeze that guy. And then check this out. Freeze this guy. Can take them both down with one hit. And then I'm gonna get rid of the bazooka. as well as work on killing the other guys. Like the school bus. Alright. That did not do as much as I hoped. Tank, go ahead and shoot this guy. Freeze that guy and make sure he takes extra damage. Wow, he survived. Crazy. And there we go. World map. I like to go to the world map now. And I will check the ocean. Even though I know there's probably nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here. And it still hasn't been quite long enough to reacquire the assistance thingies. The merits, whatever they're called. Which means, what else is there to do? I know. I go to the Boar Badlands. I take a look at the boars. They say, "Hello, we are boars." And I say, "Yeah, I can tell. But you know what else? I got some field agents. I'll do that, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hit him with the gas. I hope the walls can actually survive this. I don't know if they can or not, but I'm going to assume that they can and roll with it. Okay, we'll ice this guy. And we'll assassinate him with a gun. Well, maybe not quite assassinate, but apply the mass stun. Should take out all the low HP ones. Yeah. We'll ice that guy instead this time. We'll assassinate. That's what I'm about. Death of boars. Decent SP, I guess, but at the current time, current moment, current rhyme, maybe even. What do I want to do now? What do I need to do now? Well, I don't specifically need to do anything. I'm gonna actually look at the units and see exactly what I've got that's near ranking. This, probably. That might be useful to have a couple ranks on. These, of course, need to be ranked. These, I've gone pretty heavily into these recently as a sort of alternate front line, but I'm also going into these a bit since they are also alternate front line. Got the cryo troop, of course, about 60% of the way to rank 4. Veteran, not very close, but you know, 40%, 45% maybe. This guy, 40%. If I can click on the wall. Walls are almost rank 4 also. Now I gotta wonder, why does the wall have armor if its armor doesn't do anything? If its armor had like, you know, damage resistances like like other units, like tanks and stuff, and this armor would be pretty crazy, or it would be a pretty crazy unit. Chuckers, you know, almost somewhere. Oh, right. Obviously, I should be ranking these, right? See if I can click on it. Heavier tank, not so close. Like Kim, also pretty far away. Super tanks, these are gonna take a while, like a really long while. Tank killers, they're about as far along as super tanks, except the tank killers like get used about 1/3 as often or whatever. I don't need to really look at the naval units. They're all basically naval units levels won't really matter because can't rank them up again until level 56 drops, basically, and that's gonna be a while, probably. Maybe I should consider. What else should I consider? I mean, I know I was gonna consider ranking up these at some point, and I was working on them at some point. Let's see, what else? I mean, I very much could use the gambling boat. It's not that great though. I think these also require level 56. The Bowie is exactly halfway to that, yeah. Tentacles, I think these actually require only level 50, so. Well, whatever I'm looking at there, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna fight a reef bandit. So we'll take that, we'll take a tentacle, take a couple groupers. Obviously this is gonna go terribly, right? Well, either terribly or great. Alright, let's hope to get rid of the Torpedo Man. Torpedo Man is gone. Grouper this guy. Okay, lose nothing. 500, I'll take it. It's a good hit. Yeah, the tentacles are ranking up way faster than any other units I've got right now. Way faster. You know what else I got? I got the Kim Tank special right over here. So what I do, obviously, is I use the Kim Tank on the Big Mammoth. I use the tank killer on one of the mammoths, and I use the other tank killer on the other mammoth. Kim Tank special. Goes pretty quickly too. Probably go quicker with multiple chemical tanks, but you know. I just do not have the real motivation to be going out and farming chem vials half the time. Go, 138. Use the tank killer on the mammoth that didn't attack, and we'll kill the other one. Quick, easy, very quick. I mean, technically it's about the same as just using 3 tank killers. But I like getting the XP on the Kim tank.
Because even if I've only got one right now, I do plan on getting more. And I'm probably not going to get the heavy chem, so... yeah. Especially with the fact that the heavy chem is like, you know... not only does it cost nanopods, it's also incredibly long time to level it up, apparently. I mean, I wouldn't know since I've not used it, of course, but... but yeah. Now that is some nice chemical melt. Get rid of the other big mammoth. Get rid of the small mammoth. And with the chemical burn included, the chem tank does do about as much damage to the mammoth as the tank killer does. Over the course of a couple turns, of course. Because, you know, it doesn't immediately dish out the damage. I think, yeah. I'm gonna call this good. So, yes, indeed.